Thank you so much, Trouble. Classic BB interview, your teammates dunking on you. Yike, thanks for joining us. What do you think about this? Are you going back to boring champion starting? I hate to finding out like this as well.
Yeah.
Not even a meeting for that?
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm joking. I mean, I really like to play the AP junglers, of course, like carry champs, but I think I need to be able to play the other champs, and I think I'm good at the other champs too. My Maokai is very good, I have to say it. But yeah, right now I played 2 AP junglers, and I had good games, so I was very happy with that.
Yeah, happy Yike on happy Zyra. Usually, when I do interviews, I ask the players to ask a question to the players in PGL, but what did you think of your solo laners today?
I thought they were good. I think looks like enemy team kind of camped Caps a lot.
Yeah.
So he was getting punished. But yeah, we made sure to calm him down, you know, make sure that he's fine. Me and Mickey took care of him, so that was fun.
I feel like Sola, it's a tendency when you look at international events, teams camping FLICKR because they want to camp the mid lane. I feel like teams do this in the LEC as well. Is that the strat you want to go for when you have so much carry potential on the side?
I mean, it didn't work today, did it? So I feel like Caps is someone who doesn't care if he dies 10 times in a game, as long as he has his impact. So I don't know if it will work for BDS tomorrow, probably not.
Yeah, like your take on the series today, and especially the first game, because it was dragging out for ages. We've talked about the fact that you guys split the map on the top side, focus more on grabs and on the top side objectives, late in KC stack up Drakes, but then you had to catch up on this, and the game was super long for this. What did you think of the series overall?
Yeah, it was very stressful both games, because I think both games went very late game, and there was a lot of dragon fights, and we didn't really get the dragons in the first game, so that got a bit hard for us, but we played with grubs, you know. I got my own lead, I think everyone in the team got their leads, and I think we were stronger to fight them then. And usually, you know, you play AP junglers, then maybe you might prio some grubs a lot more.
Yeah, for sure. Difference from game 1 and game 2, Sola.
Yeah, do you think actually like prioritizing grubs with AP junglers is just the way to go right now, or?
I don't think you have to do it. I think you can always play to go bot lane as well, go play dragon bot, because also you're very fast in the jungle, so you can do dragon like very early, even before grab spawns. So it's just up to what you want to do with the team.
Right.
I know that there's discussions between coaching staff, players, junglers, and everything, and I know that I had this discussion with Roma actually on, do you want to prioritize the top side of the map, or do you want to stack up Drakes early? What is your vision of this? Like, how situational is it, depending on the composition that you're going to play?
Yeah, I think especially in this meta, there might be more topside like fights right now, because usually we have some Renekton, and I had the AP junglers, and then these are very strong for the topside fights. If you play another meta, maybe you have to play more like dragons. Like if I play Malcolm, for example, maybe I just play more dragons instead. But yeah, it usually just depends on what we play, what chance we play.
Sola, who do you think gets player of the series for this one? I don't know if you just heard the info.
No, I
just
actually didn't.
Okay,
I actually didn't. Oh, what's hard? I think I would actually give it to Yike, honestly.
Yeah. Defense selected you. Did you expect it?
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I didn't really expect it. I just wanted to play my game and do as good as I could.
I see a fan here that I saw. I don't know if we're going to be able to show him, but I saw him in the stands last time, and he said he's going to go bold if you guys get undefeated in playoffs. So let me ask you, Yike, how strong do you guys feel right now, and should he feel worried about his hair?
I think he should be a bit worried, because I think we're playing very... After we lost in the EWC, I think we're very hungry to show that we're actually still a very good team, and yeah, we want to go undefeated in the playoffs. We want to win every game, so you have to be a bit scared.
You will have to provide us with a video when you do it, of course, so we'll be counting on you for this. But Sola, we've been talking about G2's improvements and the fact that from the first 3 weeks of regular season until now, there's been miles of progress on the side of G2. They won winter, they won spring as well. How would you rank them right now?
I have to say, I think it takes you quite a bit of time to close out the game sometimes. I think we saw that today again, but all the other teams that were up on par with G2 have been struggling quite a bit, especially yesterday, BDS. It's quite illegal that they actually managed to pull through. I think on another day, they just lose the series. SK has been looking pretty convincing, so I would say like SK and you are probably the 2 strongest teams right now. Would you agree on that? Or?
Yeah, I would agree. I think BDS looked a bit shaky yesterday. Maybe Mad Lions also were playing very well, so it's hard to say, but yeah, I think BDS and SK looking a bit better. I think Fnatic, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I would love to hear more on your take on BDS though, because they're going to be your next opponents. And when I talked to FLICKR, their coach yesterday, he was actually predicting this. Of course, you being favored over KC. I said that watching this series was actually difficult, but what was it from the outside for you? MDK versus BDS, what were your takeaways from this, for the opponent that you're going to face?
Yeah, I don't know if I watched all of the games, but I remember like the last games, there was very crazy gameplay from both of them. I think MDK could have ended the last game, but they did some mistakes, and I think BDS also could have ended and played better, so it was very messy, but I think both teams are still like good. I think MDK is actually still a very good team, so it'll be interesting to see how they will do against K-Corp as well.
It's crazy, Sola, because when I think of this series, I feel like both teams ended up in situations that never happened and that they never can plan for usually, and that made the game super messy. And when you're not used to being in these situations in Scrim or in official games, how can you know how to navigate in this?
I think it's just individual skill at this point, especially Ice on the Aphelios in this game really pulled through. I think you just need to be on point, like with playing solo queue, you are used to chaos, you are used to just not being able to predict what's happening anyways. So I think if you have a good day, then you can pull through. But overall, I have to say, I think BDS is a team that is probably one of the best besides G2 been playing this chaos style. So it's going to be interesting how it turns out tomorrow, I think.
What do you expect the series to go like tomorrow? Is it going to be a clean series? It's never a clean series with you guys anyway. But how bloody is this one going to be?
Yeah, you never know with G2. We could always have like bad games, 12 games. So it would for sure be fun, I think. I think they're going to be a good opponent, and hopefully we're going to win. I think we're going to win, so yeah.
We saw Shio going, thank you, super hyped every time. We saw Shio going to a more carry-oriented style compared to the tanks that we're used to seeing him on. What do you think of this shift? Because I know that from your debut to the LEC to the style and the many champions that you can play now, you got used to serving a different purpose for your team. I feel like Shio is trying to do the same lately.
Yeah, I respect the way that I guess they are drafting right now. He's playing a lot of AP youngers, and I respect that. He was usually playing the Seriani, the Maoke himself, so him playing the carries now is going to make the games interesting tomorrow, because we're both going to maybe play carry youngers, and it's going to be spicy matchups, so that's going to be exciting. I'm
honestly super excited for all the matchups we have tomorrow, Sola, because we get SK Fnatic, El Clasico, but with SK actually being finally good again and being on top, and BDS versus G2. Of course, your quick take on SK Fnatic and how this one is going to go.
I mean, just judging based off the games we saw today and yesterday, I think SK is for sure going to be the favorite going into that. But Fnatic really improved throughout the series today. The first game was really shaky, and then the last game was quite convincing. So I think with Fnatic, it's always momentum based. Like if they have a good day, if they start well into the series, then they can take on SK for sure, I think.
We had the discussion, Yike, that you actually broke Fnatic because they were undefeated, and then you guys arrived and, well, we know what happened. They actually picked up their first victory today. What do you think of Fnatic and their evolution since you guys faced it? What was the breaking point? Where do you feel like things changed for them?
Yeah, I don't know really what happened, because they were on a win streak. They were doing very good, and then we won against them once, and then they've been not playing as good. Maybe they're like, I don't think they lost confidence or anything. Maybe it's just more hard to draft or more hard to play like in game. Maybe they're just not synced up. So I don't really know the reason why they're doing a bit worse, but I still think a good team.
I mean, that's basically what we saw today as well, right? Not being synced up, especially in the first games, just players trying to push out side waves while a fight is already happening and just not being on the same page. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can fix that for tomorrow. Yeah,
and something that we have been talking about, Trouble was asking your teammates about this as well. You and Fnatic participated in EWC, and with you winning Winter, Spring, going to MSI, going to EWC, or hopefully making the deepest run you can in playoffs, how tired are you guys right now, honestly? Because the year is long and it's far from being over.
Yeah, it's been a long half year, I guess.
Yeah.
And for sure it gets tiring to play this amount of games. I think we're not even playing, like I think in LPL and LCK they probably play more games because they have their best of 3 and stuff, and they also go to the international tournaments. So I think we just have to really be prepared, and I think we're doing good with that. I think Isma is helping us a lot, our performance coach. So it's nice.
Yeah. Any specifics on what you guys are doing to manage this fatigue with Isma and how he's helping you guys?
Well, one thing is that every single day we do breathing, 10 minutes or 15 minutes total, and it's just a way to slow our heartbeats, to make sure we calm down when we end the scrim day or also during the scrims, so really making sure that we stay calm always.
There's always two roads here, Sola. Either being tired is gonna break your rhythm, break your momentum, and we'll see what happens for Fnatic and G2 actually, or it's gonna help you, you're gonna gain more experience, play against the best teams in the world, and actually gain the momentum you need to actually crush playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's always a double-edged sword. Like playing more on paper is always good because you just get more experience in, but having stuff like this to balance it out, I think is really, really important. And I think some other teams can probably take a lesson from that because I think you would agree it's something, when you start doing it, it feels weird, right? It feels like, why are we doing this? But I mean, I think you can attest to that. It actually works. It actually makes a difference.
I actually just got the note that BDS got red side, picked red side against you guys tomorrow. Any notes on this?
They picked red side?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think we probably assumed they would go blue. So we're going to be blue side tomorrow. And yeah, it's nice for us, I think.
Nice for you guys?
Yeah, we picked blue today, so I assume we like to play blue side, I hope.
We'll comment on this tomorrow, of course. Yike, I don't want to take too much of your night. You're playing tomorrow, of course. You already had a long one today. Thanks for the fans, of course, for sticking around here.
Thank you, guys.
Always appreciated. Sola, banger job, as always. Amazing being on the desk with you. And that's all for us here for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow for more games. SK, Fnatic, G2, BDS. You don't want to miss it. Have a good night.
The LEC Summer Playoffs continue here at the Riot Games Arena in Berlin as we welcome you two new opponents, Fnatic and Yike here in this first round, and Oscar Renan has brought his pet today, Dagda. Dragon feels a lot more competitive, Dolts feel competitive from Razork as he sends it out again, gets some AoE damage onto Patrick, but Ignite with the reignite, the reset-up, gives Antonio a target. Curse of the Sad Mummy as well onto Oscar, he can't move either. Onto the Antonio, Razork, it's an on! What are we doing there? I doubted, we doubted, but that is a brilliant way to enter playoffs.
Guys, if you dive bot, game GG, okay? They up top.
Oh my god! Fnatic! What is going on?
Good job, Antonio, man, you're the GOAT. Can you cancel him as well and be even more of a...
Oh, they show me.
Oh my god, you're the GOAT.
And when I cancel as well. I do everything for you, what man?
Oscar, no! In the LVP matchup, the Antonio claps him with a hammer. Meanwhile, bot, Fnatic are in tatters! Humanoid set up in position as well. Dreadline comes out. Razork's ulti almost eat into by the Arcane Shifters. The smack back from Humanoid was bloody brilliant. Juan gets a great ulti, but he can't do too much because Oscar's on top of him. Noah's cleaning out. He goes in the back line himself, and Humanoid is there to defend. Fnatic have returned, they've risen, and they are sick of this battle for game 2. The Ford God flies through. It's Yike who pull the trigger onto Oscar. He's isolated, but a re-engage from John brings him back on in. And with the brand ult out, again they're burning, but wait a minute. Yike's have bought time. They've got Patrick free firing, and flies are falling down as Humanoid starts carrying again. Noah flies through, and the carries of Fnatic are too far ahead.
Fnatic able to bring it back after going down 1-0 in the series, but
Vladdy down towards the bottom side of the fight. Targamas has walked his way all the way across here, and Carter goes in first, and someone and Yike able to get away. The Solar Flare is gorgeous! A Solar Flare around an Infernal Drake. What serendipity for G2! But now the Elder down to 7,000. Can Closer get in? He's already down to half HP. He tries to dash in, but he can't land a smite. Yike gets this one. The Solar Flare goes down as Carter goes in, but the GA only buys him a second. It's 2 for Yike already. It's 3 for G2, and the chase continues. Make it 4 alongside the Elder. The back G2 will clean up the series.